Okay. So today our topic is unlocking the full potential of UiPath Studio Web and integration services. So I will just introduce myself. My name is Ashwin Bhaskar. I am working as an RP engineer at Chi-Square Labs, which is in Kochi, Kerala. I am a UiPath MVP 2023. Also, I am a certified community trainer as well as I am a LinkedIn influencer. Okay. So today our key takeaways are like in this event we will be walking you through to uncover the features, benefits, and capabilities of Studio Web, who is the young but powerful member of UiPath Studio family. And next one is Integration Service, another great product from UiPath for making out of the box integrations experience cooler. And we'll be having a live demo utilizing the two platforms together. Okay, so first one is UiPath Studio Web, the latest member of Studio family. So as we told, Studio Web is UiPath's browser-based development environment. With Studio Web, you can create, edit, and manage your automation projects directly from your browser. So that's the main benefit of UiPath Studio Web. That means you don't need to install any softwares on your PC. As all of us know, so if you are using UiPath Studio Desktop, we have to install the software on our machine as well as need to install UiPath Assistant, and then we need to connect the same with UiPath Orchestrator, and then only we can run a project or schedule a project, right? But if you are using UiPath Studio Web, we can build our automation in the cloud itself. That means you just need to log into a UiPath cloud account, and from there you can access the UiPath Studio Web development environment, and you can proceed with your automation. So Studio Web is a ideal platform for the users who prefer a lightweight option or need the flexibility to work from various devices. So I'm coming to say, consider you have started an automation in UiPath Studio Desktop, and due to any issue, maybe some technical issue or with the system or something, so by noon you are not able to access your VM or your development desktop. Okay, so it needs to be fixed with the IT ops department itself, right? The IT operational team has to find out what is the issue. Then only you can continue with your development. But if you are using UiPath Studio Web, you can easily switch to another browser-based automation and API integrations using Studio Web. Browser-based automation in the sense, whatever be the automations you are doing in, you can develop through UiPath Studio Web, and also you can do API automations as well. So API automations in the sense, if you want to connect with Google Workspace or you want to use any HTTP request activity to do any API related thing, Studio Web. So that means UiPath Studio Web will only support cross-platform automations. Okay, so about cross-platform automations. So whenever you are opening a project in UiPath Studio Desktop, you might have noticed it will be asking you to select like which platform you need to continue with. So there will be Windows Legacy, Windows, and cross-platform. So Windows Legacy, we don't need to discuss now because that is already outdated and we are not using that anymore. Windows means it will support both system-based automations. I mean Windows-based automation. So if you want to access a particular folder in a machine or you want to do something related to the system which you are working, then you have to use the Windows option. Then only you can do both the browser automation, Windows related automation, as well as the API automations. But if you are using cross-platform, it will not support any automation inside the machine which you are working. Everything will be on the cloud. So whatever be the items available on the cloud, you can automate using cross-platform kind of automations. So Studio Web currently only support the cross-platform automation. Okay, that's what I was coming to say. Okay, in this slide, you can see all the three members of the UiPath Studio family. On the right, you can see UiPath Studio, who is the master, right? So Studio Desktop is the most senior studio member who is having advanced features. Okay, that means it supports Windows and cross-platform automations. It has lot of reusable libraries and desktop triggers. It is having different templates like RE framework we can develop inside the UiPath Studio Desktop. So that are the features of UiPath Studio Desktop. Then coming to UiPath Studio X. UiPath Studio X is mainly focused on citizen developers. That means it supports UI automations for Windows apps, and also it is limited to the desktop automations. Okay, so that is mainly focused on citizen developers. Okay, next one is our Studio Web, the newbie. It is focused on cross-platform automation, as I told earlier, and the most light-weighted studio member. So we are calling that light-weighted because we can directly access it on the UiPath cloud itself. Okay, then about the cross-platform projects. As we already discussed, we can automate any web or API-based task using UiPath Studio Web, and it can be run as cross-platform projects. It is designed to run on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux OS. That is one of the main advantage of developing cross-platform projects using UiPath Studio Web. So currently we are limited to develop inside the Windows environment only, right? Or else we can, if you want to use Mac, means we have to install supporting softwares. Inside that only we can use UiPath Studio. But if you are using UiPath Studio Web, you can access it anywhere on the browser. So it is independent of the OS which we are using. Okay, yeah. Let's discuss some features of UiPath Studio Web. It is built in the way even beginners can easily learn and use it. And Studio Web eliminates need for complex IT dependencies and installations because it's it's completely browser-based one. And it can be used to automate tasks across wide range of online business apps and services. It creates cross-platform automations. It is always up to date because we don't need to think about the updations and all. Okay, so anyway, since it is hosted on the UiPath cloud, so we don't need to think about the updations. It will be automatically updated. So whatever the features are coming, it will be directly installed in the cloud itself. And we can define external triggers for this one. So external triggers in the sense, if you want to start an automation based on some emails. So I want to start an automation whenever I am getting a particular email in my inbox. So if you want to do in that way, you can easily go to UiPath Studio Web and you can develop the same. So there are a lot of trigger-based automations available on the Studio Web. And next one is collaboration. Collaboration with other team members are easily with sharing option. So inside UiPath Studio Web, we are having a share option. Using that share option, you can share whatever be the projects you have done with your colleagues as well. So there are different scenario. If you have done a particular automation and you want that to be reviewed by your colleague. In that case, you can just share that project and he can open it in his cloud account. That is one thing. And you have developed something and your colleague needs to continue the development. In that case, also you can share the same project. And it's compatible with Studio Desktop as well. That means if you have done a project in UiPath Studio Web and you want to continue the automation in UiPath Studio Desktop, that is also possible. You can switch between the platform. That is another advantage of UiPath Studio Web. And no additional licenses are required for the Studio Web. Existing developer license can be used for the same. That is one thing. And it is very like COE friendly. So if you want to add some advancement to your COE setup, you can easily do that. So Studio Web is not having any dependencies on that. Okay. Now let's have a walkthrough on UiPath Studio Web. One second. Let me go to my UiPath Studio Cloud Home. Okay, so I hope you are familiar with the UiPath Cloud Home. So I'm in my automation cloud account. From here, I have to open my UiPath Studio Web. Okay, for that, in the left pane, you can see this symbol. This is Studio. Okay, if you are clicking here, see, now we have opened this particular platform. Here you can see templates, projects. So if you want to start a particular template, you can start from here. And if you want to simply start a blank project, you can start from here. And the build automation will be available here. So what will be the automation if you have built using the Studio Web, it will be listed here. And as we have in the UiPath orchestrator, you can see the runs here. And these are connections. Connections we can discuss moving forward. So I will just show you how to open a project in UiPath Studio Web. For that, you just need to click on New Project and give a name. I'm just giving a project and clicking on Create. Okay, this is our development workspace for this Studio Web. Here, you can see a lot of options. So I hope you are aware of the options available in the UiPath Studio desktop. So how we will be getting an activity, how we are dragging and dropping a particular activity to the workspace and all, right? So here we don't have a separate activity panel. The difference is that you can just click on the addition button and here you can search whatever you need. Okay. I'm just going to search for a log message activity. Yeah. Okay. Now I need to print hello RPSO. Okay. And let's put the log level as info. If I want to run the same, I just want to click on this run icon. See, in the logs, you can see in the output, you can see hello RPS on. So whatever we have put inside the log message, it's printed here, right? So it is very simple to use compared to the UiPath Studio desktop. Okay, so whoever be wishing to start their automation journey, it will be great if they're starting with the UiPath Studio Web platform. And also, if you want to debug your project, you can use the run step by step. So in Studio Desktop, we are having the debug option, right? So this is the same method, but we are having it in a separate name. That is run step by step. And if you want to publish your project to orchestrator, you can just click on publish. Okay, let's wait. Yeah, and it will be asking, so in which folder you need to publish and all. So currently I'm having my personal workspace only. So it is asking for that. And just we need to click on publish. So in that case, it will be directly published to your orchestrator. Other than that, we are having the output panel here. And if you want to deal with the variables or arguments, you can use the variables, that is data manager. So on the right pane, you can see the data manager. Here we are having variable, argument, entities, connections and all. And this is the watch panel. So during the debugging stage, if you want to work with the watch panel, you can take it from here. And if you want to share the project with your colleague, you can click on share and just need to provide their email ID and save. So it will be shared with your colleague as well. So both of you should be inside the same organization. Okay. Then only you can share your project with your colleague. Yeah, that's all about just a walkthrough on UiPath Studio Web. Let's go back to our presentation. Okay. Yeah, as I told earlier, if you want to switch in between UiPath Studio Desktop and Studio Web, it is possible. So I will show you how to do that. First one is web to desktop. If you want to open a particular project on project which you started using the UiPath Studio Web, and you want to open the same in UiPath Studio Desktop. In that case, you just want to go back to the project menu. Here you can see your project. Okay. So from here, you just need to click on Open in Studio Desktop. So it will be directly open in your Studio Desktop and vice versa. So if you are working with UiPath Studio Desktop and you want to open that project in UiPath Studio Web, so in the right pane, you can see a cloud project option. From there, you can choose opening Studio Web. So it will be directly open in the connected orchestrator account, like the connected orchestrator cloud account. No, there you can find your project which you started on desktop, and it will be ready to be developed inside the Studio Web as well. So that is another advantage. The only condition is that both the projects should be cross-platform projects. If you have started a Windows project inside the UiPath Studio Desktop, so that is containing different activities related to the system activities, then you want to open the same in Studio Web, means that is not possible, since that is Windows project. But if it is a cross-platform project, you can open. Okay, I hope you are clear about that. Next one is UiPath Integration Service. Okay. So Integration Service is a very useful product from UiPath, which allows us to connect to different internal API or platforms. Okay. So if you want to connect to an external system or application from your UiPath platform, you can use the UiPath Integration Services. That is one thing. And the different external systems or applications, no? So in your business processes, there might have been Jira, ServiceNow, Google Workspace, AWS, etc., to be integrated with your business flow. In that case, you can use the integration services. It is very easy to use, and anyway, we can have a walkthrough on the same as well. And integration service is very easy to use, and we can create the connection in just few steps. That means we don't need to work on different configuration settings and all. It is very easy to set up. And those connections can be called inside any project at any time on the same organization. So in your organization's cloud account, if you have added a particular like external application using integration services, that can be called inside any project on the same organization account. That is another advantage. And it is coming with large level of connectors. As we told, it is having a lot of connections available. And it is very easy to set up the connections. We can create triggers using integration services for starting any job. The activities are coming with simplified design and easy to use. It is flexible that we can use both API and UI automations in the same design. And it is highly secure to use. Okay, this is just a screenshot of the integration services menu. So I will show the same as well. And these are the different connections currently available on UiPath Integration Services. I think recently they have added a lot more. So we can have a walkthrough on the same first. So I am back to my cloud account. Here, you can see this icon. This is integration service. If you're clicking here, all the connections which are available on integration service, it will be displayed here. From here, you can choose anything. If you want to do an automation with Google Drive or Google Workspace, Gmail, or OpenAI, Jira, ServiceNow. So with any of these external applications, you can work on integration services. Okay. And if you want to add a new connection, you just need to search for the connection's name. So anyway, today we are going to make an automation using Gmail connector. So I have just searched for Gmail. And from here, you can click on Gmail and connect to Gmail. I'm clicking on the same. Just click on connect. And we need to select on which Gmail account we need to proceed. So I'm selecting this first one. Okay, we need to provide these permissions, then only we can able to proceed with automation. Just click on continue. Okay, I think the connection is done. Let's see. If you're going to connections, yeah, you can see this Gmail connector is already added to our workspace. And also I have added the OpenAI connector as well. For OpenAI connector, we just need to provide the API, which API key which is available on the OpenAI website. So I will just show that as well. Okay, this is my OpenAI account. From here on the right top, you just need to go to view API tokens, click there. And currently I have already created a key for the Studio Web. So if you want to create new one, just click on create new secret key and it will be showing the new secret key. Just copy that. Next step is you want to, I will just show that 1 second. If I want to edit the connection, it will be asking for the API key again. Okay. Currently we have already added. So here you just need to paste the new API key and you can connect. Okay. I hope you are clear with this one. If you are doing that for the first time, you can just search for the same here itself. Just search for OpenAI. See here. And connect to OpenAI. Yeah. This is the actual step. I hope you guys are clear about this one. Do you have any questions on the topics which you have discussed so far? Please feel free to ask. Any questions or suggestions? Okay. Hearing none, I hope everyone is fine. Now, let's have a demo on a UI-based automation using UiPath Studio Web. So for that, yeah, let me tell you what is the use case we are going to do. This is a very simple use case, so which we can interact with the browser. Okay, so on this demo, we'll be opening a website called rpasamples.com. Inside that website, there's an option for generating random passwords. So we'll be clicking on password generator. So it will be displaying a random password. That password we need to extract using our bot and it needs to be displayed in the log message. Okay, that is our aim. For that, so first in my browser, I will show you the manual steps. Need to open RPA samples website. Okay, this is the RPA samples website. Here, you need to click on password generator. Okay, once we click there, it will be showing the password on the screen. So this password, no, so each time it will be showing different passwords. So what will be the password it is generated, we have to scrap the same using our bot and it has to be displayed in a log message. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let me delete this one. Okay, I have clicked on new project and providing a name as UI automation. If you need, you can put a description, and also you can choose the trigger. So manual means it has to be started manually, or if you are having any triggers, event triggers, you can add that as well. So event based are there, time based are there. If you want to schedule for a particular time, you can go with time based. Event based in the sense I have already told, no. If you want to start based on some email available on this inbox, or based on some file being dropped to your Google Drive folder or something, if you want to start an automation based on that, you can choose the type of trigger. Okay, now I'm going with the manual trigger. Just clicking on create. Okay, so here first we need to indicate which browser or tab which we need to automate and all, right? So if you are using UiPath Studio Desktop, what will be the activity? First activity will be using to start with a browser-based automation. Can anyone tell?
Open browser. Use application browser.
Yeah. Okay. So if you are going with the classic version, we'll be using open browser. If you are going with the modern, we'll be using use application / browser. Correct. Okay. So here we are having an activity called use browser. Okay. Just click here. So it is being installed on your workspace. Give it some time. Okay. Here now, there is one thing. If your UiPath Studio Web projects wants to interact with your browser, you need to install a separate extensions on your browser. For that, so in my browser, it's already installed. So I will just show you. If it is not installed, means it will be asking here itself. You just need to proceed with the steps. It will be automatically installed there. So I will show you what is that extension. Click on manage extensions. Can see UiPath extension for Studio Web. So with these extensions help only our Studio Web is interacting with our particular browser. If you want to do a UI-based automation in your browser. Okay. Okay. The first thing is we want to make our automation know on which tab or website which we need to start the automation. So for that, just click on this drop down. See, it is showing all the tabs opened in my browser, right? Now I want to proceed with rpsamples.com itself. Just clicking here. Okay, it is auto detected. And what should be the next step? So this one will be open, and from here we need to click on the password generator, right? For that we can use, yeah, click activity. So just select this one. This is very simple, right? Just we need to indicate the target on the screen. Click on indicate target. Okay. Now we are good to click. I'm clicking on password generator. Just confirm. Okay. So I'm making it to the next screen. Okay. So what should be the next activity? Any idea? If you are using UiPath Studio Desktop and you want to get this data, so what activity you may use? Can anyone suggest? Yeah, exactly. We can use get text activity. For that, just click on this addition button, search for get text. Oh, we are out of the scope. 1 second. Here itself we can add. Okay. Click on indicate target. Here I am going to indicate this particular text. Click on confirm. And we need that to be written onto a variable, right? For that, click on show additional option, input output, text value. So for this one, you can create a variable here itself. Save as variable name. This is a string value, right? So that I'm providing str password and the type is text itself. Can click on create. Okay. And now I need to use a log message. In the log message, we just need to provide the same variable's name, right? Click on use variable. 1 second. Variables, password. If you are not created a particular variable for the same, then also you can choose it from here because it will be showing output based on the activity as well. I mean, see, get text. So if you are choosing this one, so the output of the same will be available here. Currently, I have created a variable and I have choose the same in the log message as well. So it is up to you.
Log level.
Now,
It is a log level.
I'm facing some difficulties hearing you. Can you come again?
Should have to in log level it was.
Oh, sorry. That's my mistake only. Here only we have to choose. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah. Use variable. Yeah, and the log level should be info always. Yeah, correct. Yeah, sorry about that. 1 second. I'm having a difficulty with this Zoom pane. 1 second. Okay.
Just remove that one.
Yeah. Okay. Now we have choose the str password as our message and we have choose the log level as info. Let's try to run the same. If I'm running, it will not be interacting with our machine or VM. Okay. So it will be running in a separate serverless account. So it will be run by a serverless robot and a server inside the UiPath platform itself. So then finally it will be showing the result. So that means, as I told, no. So if you want to develop any automation with Studio Web, it should be cross-platform project. It should not interact with our machine. See, now we have opened that particular website using a serverless robot, and whatever the password available for that time, it is grabbed and it is available on the log message. I hope you are clear with this one. Any questions so far? Okay.
Hi. Don't we need to edit structure for the get text activity?
You mean the selector, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to work with currently, since we are having the fuzzy selector as well as the window selector, it will work. But if you want to work with the same, so you can do that. I will just show. 1 second. on the get text activity. See, so currently, so when I was developing the password, what is available inside the website was this one, but the one which we scrapped now is different. It's the correct one. So whatever we are expecting, but with some other applications, it will require you to work with the selectors. In that case, I will just show you how to do that. Let's go with the get text itself. So whatever it be, if get text, click, type into, for any activity, you can deal with the selectors as you are doing inside the UiPath desktop itself. Is showing duplicates. Okay, let me put an anchor here. See, if you want to work with the selector, you can proceed the strict selector or fuzzy selector. This is for the target and also for the anchor you are having the same. So if you want to edit something means you can put. So if you want to add an asterisk mark on the same, if you are working with the dynamic selector, you can do the same here as well. So that is how we are working with the selectors in UiPath Studio Web. Do we need to discuss more on selectors or are we good to proceed? Everyone is fine about the selectors part in UiPath Studio Desktop, right? Anyone needs any more data?
Yes, so we want to discuss about selectors, please.
Yeah, okay. 1 second. So with this website, yeah. Let me delete this one. And I want to create a new get text activity. Okay. For now, I'm just disabling this one for your better understanding. And I'm going with get text activity. And just indicating the target on the screen. For that, see, now we are having this particular data, right? I'm clicking here. And if you want to edit the target, okay? See, currently we don't have any data related to this particular password on your selector, right? If you are having any data related to the same, if you are having the same text available as the AA name here, you need to proceed with that. So currently I have chosen a different area. So for example, if I am clearing this target and choosing this particular area, okay? I think mostly it will be showing a selector also. No, for this website, we don't have a separate selector coming up with this text. So if we are having any text in that scenario, so while you are working with the selector, you are getting a particular item which is available on the screen and it can be dynamic. In that scenario, you can just work here itself. In the selector, if you want to edit the same, you can edit, consider. So here, if you want to add a particular asterisk mark, so if the text is coming different for each time when we are developing, so you can use the asterisk. So asterisk means it will be replacing 0 or more characters. And as you know, if you are putting a question mark instead, so this question mark will be replacing single character. So regarding selectors, maybe we can discuss more because we are having a short of time. It is almost 5:50. And next thing is we can move to the next automation. So for that, the thing which we want to do here, I will just explain you. Okay, so consider I am a restaurant owner. Okay, so I am running a restaurant. I am getting different emails on my uh, inbox from different customers. Okay, consider it as a feedback email of my food or the service in my restaurant. Okay, so what will be the message I am getting? I want that to be automated. I mean, so the reply to that particular customer should be written by our automation and it should be sent back to them. Okay, so I'm going to do that. For that, let's open a new project first. Give it a name. Customer feedback automation. Okay, and just clicking on create. Now, see, when I have opened the same, I didn't choose the trigger which we need to move with, right? So currently, I have to move with an event trigger. Okay, event trigger means whenever I am getting a message in the inbox, the automation should be started. In that case, from here also you can switch to event trigger, and we need to choose with which with which trigger we need to proceed with. In our case, we can go with the trigger email receive. Reloaded. Okay. So see, as I have already added my Gmail account to the integration services, it is automatically coming up, right? So we don't need to change anything here. Now we need to choose the email folder. Okay. So what will be the folders are available on your particular Gmail account, it will be shown. So currently we can go with the inbox and save. Okay. And if you want to add additional filters, you can add that. For that, click to add filter. And let's put, for us, we can put like subject contains feedback. Okay. So if you are getting a email with this particular text in the subject, like if it is having a subject starting with feedback, not starting, which is containing feedback, then only it will trigger that particular automation. Okay. Now we need to click on save. And click on show additional option. Yeah, there are different options. If you want to mark the same email as read or unread, you can choose it from here. And if you want to include attachments, so include with attachments only in the sense if it is having attachment only, it will be triggering that particular process. Next one is output. Okay. So for this particular one, so what will be the email which we have received, that email has to be used for our automation for the upcoming steps as well, right? So I want to read that body and I want to pass it through ChatGPT. Using ChatGPT only, we are creating the reply. Okay. So for that, I'm going to create a variable here. Just put it as email received and click on create. Okay. And what should be the next step? Yeah, please.
Sorry for the interrupt. The output, already created, right? Variables. Then again, why you are creating a variables?
Yeah, so that is up to us. So if you want to use the same, that is fine. But for better understanding, so I have used the same method. So if you are working with a as per our standard procedure, no. So if you are creating a particular variable, you will be providing str variable. So there are different like best practices which we have to use in our project, right? So for that understanding only, I have created the new variable. So if you want to go with the current variable, that is also fine. Okay, that is up to the developer. So since you guys have already worked with the UiPath Studio desktop, and for your better understanding only, I am showing it in this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so currently we have received this particular email, and what should be the next step? Can anyone suggest? Anyway, we are going with the ChatGPT integration. So we want to pass this message to ChatGPT, and we want to ask ChatGPT to like create a reply for the customer, and we need to send that back to the customer. Okay. For that, we have already added the OpenAI connector in our cloud account, right? We just need to click on this addition button, add an activity, and from ChatGPT, we are having a activity called generate text completion. Let it be loaded. So from the OpenAI connector, we are using the generate text completion, and here we need to provide the prompt. So this is a auto-generated prompt. We need to clear this one, and I want to ask ChatGPT write a reply email for the following feedback. Okay. And I'm just putting a comma here. And here we just need to provide the particular email body, right? Just click on use variable, and this is our email received and received email. 1 second, and the body. Oh, sorry. We need to add that with the additional button only. First, we need to provide the text. We want to add a separate text. 1 second. First, email received dot body. Okay, so what will be the body available on that particular email which we have received at that moment, it will be coming here. Okay, you just need to provide email received. So email received is our variable, and we need the body in. Okay, so we are passing the body to. Okay, so now we put ChatGPT, right? Will be generated text completion or top generated text. Okay, so if you want to write the same directly, that is also fine. So as someone asked me the call, right? So why I have created a separate variable, so that is not needed every time. Okay, so if you want to use this particular text for your upcoming stages, you can use this particular variable as well. Let's see how to do that. So for now, I just need to log the same. Okay. Anyway, we have received a particular reply from ChatGPT, and first we can have that in a log message. Okay, for our tracking purpose. Top generated text. Okay. Now we will be having this particular text in the log message. So whatever be the reply coming from ChatGPT, it will be added here. And let's choose it as info. I hope you are clear with this one. And what should be our next step? Anyone? So now we are having that message from ChatGPT here. So we have given the particular mail to ChatGPT, and it has written the reply for us. And now we want to send that back to, yeah, please.
Yes. Send them back to same speed.
Yeah, correct. So for that, we are having an activity called reply to email. Okay. Just search. So yeah, reply to email coming with the Google Workspace connector. And here, so yeah, our email account is auto selected based on the connection from Intergration services. And next thing is we have to choose to which email we need to reply. For that, you can choose email received. Yeah, this is our email receipt. So we have used that particular email variable here, and we need to pass the reply as well, right? So what will be the message which we need to put here?
Open a output.
Yeah, correct. So we just need to click on top generated text, and it will be okay. And next thing is like we need to click on reply to all. So if you are having multiple like email accounts, so multiple, I mean, if you're having a carbon copy or BCC, anything on your machine, sorry, your email. So if you want to proceed with that, click on reply to all. Otherwise, you can go with false itself. But this save as draft should be false. I mean, if you are putting save as draft, so the message will be saved to your draft folder, but it will not be sent. Okay, that is a difference. So for now, we can just click on reply to all and save as draft. You can keep it as false. I think this is enough. Now, we need to test the same, right? For that, the Gmail account which we have connected here, I have opened here. So this account which is connected to Intergration services, and I am having one more account. So from this account, I'm going to send an email to this account with a subject containing feedback. Okay, let's try to do that. So from this account, I'm going to send an email to my primary account and just keep the subject as feedback on recent visit. Okay. And I'm putting hi Ashwin. I have visited restaurant on last Friday. Okay. And the food was better, but the behavior of the staff need to be improved. Okay, you can just send a sample email like this and needs to be okay. And finally, I'm putting regards. Just put a name, maybe Naveen. Okay, I'm going to send this mail to my primary account. It is having the subject with the particular string feedback. Okay, clicking on send. And let's see whether that is here. I'm not opening the same. Yeah, it is here. Now I'm going to run this automation. Okay. Now in the log message, you can see the mail generated by ChatGPT. Okay, we have provided a log message, right? So it is showing, and also it should be coming to my like secondary account, right? So from which email ID I have sent the mail, so it should be coming as a reply there. Okay, we can check that as well. Yeah, and the subject is feedback on recent visit, which we have already provided. See, it is showing, dear Navin, thank you for taking the time to share your feedback with us. We apologize for the behavior of the staff. We are committed to providing exceptional service and we are taking steps to make sure that this does not happen again. We hope to have the pleasure serving you again. If you have any other concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. Sincerely, Ashwin. So what would be the message there in the the sent mail? So there I have provided at the end I have provided, right? Regards Ashwin. So here in the reply, sorry, regards Naveen I have provided, right? So in the reply it has automatically detected the name by ChatGPT. So they have provided dear Naveen, and at the end, so to whom that email is coming. So they only sending back, right? So it is taken as Ashwin, and it has written a well organized reply as well. So that's all about the demo. You have any questions so far? I think we have almost covered
We
the
have
things.
some questions in the chat.
Sorry?
We have some.
Okay. Oh yeah, sure. We can. Yeah. Okay.
Ashwin, actually, what is the use of integrating the apps instead of using normal way?
Okay. So using normal way in the sense, so what do you mean?
What I mean is, if we're going with normal activities like send email, like that, instead of using integration, what is the difference between these things?
So main thing is that we don't need to do separate connections. That is one thing. And also, if you are using our normal things, now we have to deal with different ports and all. But if you are using integration services, in one settings, it will be directly connected to our UiPath Cloud account. From there, in any project, you can use the same. So that is the benefit of the same. You don't need to do the like configurations again and again. That is one benefit. And it is quite easy to use. So anyone can easily understand the things which is available. So no more like advanced coding knowledge is needed for the same.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, this is correct. So yeah, it is already replied, right? Yeah, providing the double quotes is not necessary. So directly also you can put the text wherever you are using that like type into any activity in the log messages as well. Yeah, Krishna asked the same, right? Okay.
Question: is there any way in UiPath Studio event-based trigger?
Sorry?
In UiPath Studio, we have any option like event-based trigger?
Yeah, in UiPath Studio also, if you are using cross-platform, if you are opening a project as cross-platform, you can go with the event-based trigger that is available. Not only on cross-platform, I have with Windows as well. So I have, in my experience, I have done in a cross-platform project, but in Windows also it should be available because Windows support both, right? There is an option for that in Studio as well.
What is
so in the same way, yeah.
What is cross-platform?
Yeah, cross-platform means that is cloud-based automations. So Windows platform means, I mean, I told you, no. So if you are developing a project in one thing is like it will not support any system-based or virtual machine, and you want to interact your board with the particular machine's folder or its settings, time, and all. No, it is not possible with UiPath Studio Web. Cross-platform means it will be working on cloud as well as it will support in any OS. If you are working on Mac OS, Windows, Linux, in any platform, it will be supporting. Are you clear with that?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay. And
I said I have one small doubt. I'm working on attended on-prem studio.
okay.
That studio is not connected to orchestrator. So
Okay.
I'm searching for. I want to download some new package like FTP UiPath.ftp activities package. I wanted to download.
Okay.
It is showing error. Like I'm not able to download that package. Can you tell me why?
Okay, that one maybe we can connect offline. So after the meeting, so we can discuss on that. So this is not a general question on Studio Web, right? We can discuss on that. I can help you. Your good name?
Banu.
Okay, Banu. Please connect with me on LinkedIn, or you can have my email ID from RBS on, so we can connect.
Okay. From where I can get your email ID?
Yeah. So can you connect with me on LinkedIn? I can.
Yeah, you can share with us either you have the LinkedIn already there.
Yeah, I will just show my QR code. One second.
Can connect with that LinkedIn.
Yeah, you can scan it from here. And any other question? Please feel free to ask.
My question is, can we give the input while it is running? I mean, the runtime.
Sorry, input file.
While in the running the process, can we give the input in the runtime? Like we have the input dialog box right there in the studio. So like that, we can give the input.
Studio Web knows. I think we cannot do that. So I haven't tried that one as any use case. Maybe we can try. And since it is server based or run, no, normally we'll not be using that. Let's see for your understanding. I think that should not be available because we are running in like a serverless robot, right? We will not be dealing with that particular machine directly.
So that means inside out machines.
Text file means so you want to scrap some data and you need to write it to a text file. So that is not possible. So we can do only cloud-based automation using Studio Web. If you want to create a text file means the robot should be having a provision to interact with your machine, right? To create the, so that is not possible. Did you answer my question?
Any other alternatives are there?
Sorry?
Any other alternatives like because it is Visual Studio Web, right? So, but I want to write.
For that, if you want to create a text file, you can write it to your Google Drive. If you want to create a file on your Google Drive, that is possible with the connector itself. We'll, as I shown, no, we are having Google Drive related activities directly available from the integration services. You can have that and you can create it on the cloud. That is possible, not on your machine.
But the write in Google Drive is not there. I tried that one.
We can create the file in Google Drive. Maybe we can connect also. I can help you on that. I have worked on the same. We can discuss on that maybe offline.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that is possible. And also, if you want to update some data in a Google Sheet or something, that is possible. There are a lot of benefits if you are using the connectors.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more question? I hope you are good. Edu, anything to add?
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Ashwin, for your valuable time. And thank you guys, you are there until now. And I have in the chat, I have the one feedback form for you. You can please provide the feedback. It will help us to do more webinars like this and it will give the motivation to the speaker. Your feedback is very important for us. And please try to give the feedback as soon as possible. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can ask.